It's a battle of the West and North in the quarterfinals of the African Nations Championship as the Atlas Lion of Morocco face the Super Eagles of Nigeria for a spot in the last four. It's sports this morning on China's television. I'm Cecilia Amorbe. Coming up on the program, Ana Ivanovic is the latest top seed to crash out of the Australian Open, and more awards for Cristiano Ronaldo as the Portuguese president honor him with the Grand Officer of the Order of Prince Henry in Lisbon. While Cristiano Ronaldo is celebrating another award, well, for Frank Ribery, his trials begins yesterday. Jerome Vake is happy with the progress made in Sao Paulo Stadium ahead of the 2014 World Cup in Brazil. All these and more after this highlight between the Atlas Lions of Morocco and the Cranes of Uganda.
Even in the match against Zimbabwe was very heavily marked. Having seen how impressive he was. Morocco though push here and will find something through roughing. Morocco rewarded. And having gone down by a goal to Morocco in the opening half, they need an equaliser. Will it come here? Santamo. Far side. Chipped effort. Santamo! Grabs the equaliser. It's his third of the tournament. Uganda put themselves back in contention for a place in the quarterfinals. El Mubaraki inside the area. Not cleared. Trying to get it away. Yajour turn fires. Yajour! Some magic from Morocco. 13 minutes to play. The number unlucky for some, but Morocco get to celebrate. That might be the goal that eliminates Uganda from the tournament. Mohsin Yajour started the opening match thoroughly unimpressive as he failed to break down Zimbabwe's defence. Didn't even get a sniff in the second match against Burkina Faso, but he's come off the bench. Morocco could snatch it here, one-on-one, El Wadi to wrap it up for Morocco, not at the first time, will he get his first goal here, chips it home, Morocco put the final nail in the Ugandan coffin. They wrap up this match deep in added time, his first goal of the tournament, El Wadi. He's been the creative genius for the Moroccan side, he's now got his reward in front of goal. The young Red Fez striker can celebrate now because this match is beyond Uganda. They needed to throw men forward. They needed that equalising goal. Instead, all they've managed to do is leave space to be exploited by Morocco, who used the long ball effectively. El Wadi didn't get it right at the first time of asking, but he got his second chance. Chipped Wadada. As Ochan was still trying to. Time is up. Gianni Zigazwe pops the whistle in the mouth, and the host of the next Africa Cup of Nations.
Good morning, a warm welcome to you, and of course, Jide Alaka is my guest this morning. Jide, good morning.
Good morning, Cecilia. Nice to be here.
Very good. Okay, now. It's official, of course, the Super Eagles of Nigeria will be playing the Cranes of Uganda on Saturday in the quarter-final match.
Morocco.
Against Morocco. Oh, what? I think yesterday we were actually talking about them playing Uganda, and at the end of the day, Uganda dumped out Morocco. That 3-1 victory. You say it was really a huge one for them. Zimbabwe, that were actually in a pole position to book a spot, they are out of the CHAN Championship.
Well, the championship is basically for those people in the leagues, local leagues, and anybody can beat anybody, really. We thought South Africa had the best league in Africa and we're favorites for it, but unfortunately they're out. So from now on, it's like a final for every other of those teams.
Now, let's look at the game between the Super Eagles of Nigeria and, of course, Morocco. I mean, it's what we never expected because we're hoping that we will play Uganda, which everyone.
You were hoping.
I was hoping actually. I was hoping actually predicted that only Uganda to just win and claim the spot, and of course, once we get to face Uganda, more like the North is tactically disciplined as the Americans, because watching the game they played yesterday, they knew what they wanted. They needed the victory, and of course, they went all out to get that particular victory.
I wouldn't really say that, Cecilia. What I would say is that the Ugandan team was a bit naive.
Okay.
They needed a draw.
Yes, of course.
They scored.
They scored.
And then they still continued to bump forward. At that point in time, what they needed to do was keep it tight, move the ball around. If they could get a breakaway goal, they would have scored. Because Morocco needed to score.
Yes, of course.
So for me, the coach made a tactical blunder at that point in time, allowing his boys to continue to move forward. They should have just stayed solid, waited to go on the break. For me, so I don't really see anything special really in the Moroccan team.
Okay.
Yes, they can play the ball, they are tactical, but like the South African coach said, Gordon Rigosen, if we bring our physicality to bear on them, I think we will beat them.
We'll definitely beat Morocco. We'll just take a look at the results of some of the other games. The other game was between, of course, Zimbabwe. And of course, that's one which wasn't really what everyone expected. Zimbabwe, they are out of the tournament against Burkina Faso. Of course, they actually, Mambaras was the one who actually helped Zimbabwe for that win against Burkina Faso. Zimbabwe won and Burkina Faso nil. And of course, Morocco and Uganda ended 3-1. And of course, some of the matches that will be lined up for today, you have Ethiopia and Ghana and Congo and Libya. That's the Group C games for today. Okay, this is the fixture. The quarterfinals are pairing for Saturday. The matches definitely won. The first one is 4 p.m. Nigerian time. The match between Nigeria and Morocco, and the second one, Mali and Zimbabwe. So it simply means that, well, whoever wins this one will get a spot in the semi-finals. And from there, hopefully, Super Eagles might just, bring the trophy the first time.
There's, it's just like looking back to last year.
Yes.
When the Eagles started
very poorly.
Yes, we needed to win the last match against Ethiopia.
Well, we didn't lose our first game. That's the difference.
That's what I'm saying. We played 2 draws.
Draws, yeah.
But this one they lost, and then they won 2.
2 draws.
For me, still the same scenario, because we needed to win the last match, which we did convincingly, even though the last year it wasn't convincing against Ethiopia. But what I see in this team, like Keshi said, he said they've overcome the stage fright.
Okay.
They are now on the level where they are listening and carrying out instructions, which is good. Ejike Ozonyi has blown me away, literally. I didn't expect the performances.
There were some psychological.
Maybe somebody travels to Europe for 6 months and then comes back with playing maybe 2 minutes or 3 minutes in that 6 months. You think he's down and all that, but it's shown here.
That 6 months was away.
It is going to be very tough for Keshi to drop this guy from the World Cup.
Okay. Wow. I think that's actually another player. I think that's a player that they will look at for. Keshi actually said before this tournament that he wants to look at some players that might make the squad for the World Cup. And during one of his press conferences, he confirmed that 2 or 3 players might just make the list for the 2014 World Cup. Apart from Ejike Ozonyi, which other player actually do you think can?
Okay.
Chigozie,
yes, he wasn't too good, but I will also say that how many games did he really keep in the local league last year?
Okay.
His tussle between Warriors and Enugu Rangers, I think he kept once on CAF.
Yes.
For CAF, he didn't keep in the league.
In the league at all.
So the only matches he's been playing in for the Super Eagles,
and most times he's on the bench.
Definitely rusty, but he showed against South Africa that there's definitely something that Keshi is saying. And it is still there.
Something that they're listening to.
It's still there.
But this is a good one for the Super Eagles. For just moving from the Super Eagles, going to today's fixtures, some of the matches that will be decided today. We talked about Ethiopia, Ghana, Congo, and Libya. And for Ghana and Libya, of course, they are in a pole position to actually book a spot for the quarterfinals. Libya already on 4 points. Ghana, same points with them. Libya topping based on a goal difference. Looking at these 2 matches that will take place later today.
I'm pleasantly surprised by Libya. A country coming out of civil war and all that, and they have a league, and they could bring all these players. So it is very interesting. I think the idea for Chan has been vindicated, because basically we're seeing things that none of us would have seen before. So it's very good. Maybe some Libyan players will catch the fancy of some European scouts, and then that will be the development of the league.
Or if they get to the finals of even the African Nations Championship, it will be more like a plus for them.
Yes.
Than what is happening in the country. Okay, moving away from China, let's go straight to tennis, which is really why you're here now. But now, we were really amazed yesterday the way Roger Federer performed. I mean, it's like he rolled back the years. The Roger Federer that we've seen in the last 2 years, more like declining. But the game he played against Joey Songa yesterday, 3 straight sets, winning all the sets, not even dropping his head. I think Roger Federer, you see him winning this Australian Open. I know that's a tall order, but winning it before we move on to the fact that he's playing Andy Murray.
The fact is, there's been some subtle changes in his game.
Okay.
He was attacking the net more. That wasn't Federer.
Yes, he was aggressive.
And the one thing people must know right now is that he's changed his racket.
Yes.
He's changed to a 98-inch racket. So he's cutting out so many of those mistakes on his forehand and his backhand. So basically now he has a bigger area to challenge your ball.
Okay.
So you could see him returning, like Songa said, he was getting faster to his balls and returning them faster. So basically, and then Stephen Edberg,
yes, that he added to his coaching crew.
Stephen Edberg used to attack the net a lot. Okay. And he's bringing that to bear now.
In this game.
And then he's made him more aggressive. So basically what he said, like the press conference he gave after, he said, if you're going to play the top players, you have to be very aggressive. You can't wait for things to happen. You have to make things happen.
That's like Federer.
That was what was missing from his game for the last 2 years.
Okay.
Maybe he got to the top where he was playing the Novaks, Rafa. He was always dwelling, waiting for them to make mistakes. But now he's showing that he wants you to make the mistake. He's going to force you to make the mistakes. So I think that's the difference. Andy Murray is just coming off an injury.
Yes.
He's not played enough matches for me. I wouldn't say, because he has a better head-to-head, 11-9. But in the Grand Slams, Federer has 3-1. So it is very, very tight. But I would say that Federer's performance against Songa, like you said, was a rollback to like 2006, 2007. If he plays like that against Murray,
in quarterfinals,
most probably he would win.